Alright, I've got this set up and I've taken all the pieces and I've put them in order 1 through 25, and that's so that I can help set them up a little easier. It'll be faster that way. And these are those. This is the extra piece that you can keep out and just put a display on it for fun. And these are extra pieces that are not numbered right here. There's individual people. There's bigger pieces for the outside, so I'll show you those in a minute. Alright, so I've put the backdrop in and tipped the camera a little so you can see better. Number 1, we've got Mary and Joseph, and they are in love, and it shows that right there. And this one shows an angel coming to Mary. And this one shows Mary going to visit Elizabeth. And then Elizabeth and Zacharias had John, number 4. He's born. And this is bouncing every time. Put this underneath it for right now. Okay, and then this is the angel visiting Joseph. And this is Mary and Joseph getting married. And traveling to Bethlehem. And when Jesus was born. And this is the angel visiting the shepherds. And the shepherds worshiping Jesus. And the wise men traveling, following the star. It gets a little tight when you have all of them in at once, so I skipped a rung there. And this is when the wise men meet King Herod, and they ask him about Jesus, and then them worshiping Jesus, and then King Herod giving the order for the soldiers to kill all the children under the age of 2, and the soldiers running after a mom with a baby. And this is Mary and Joseph fleeing. Joseph had a dream and they fled to Egypt. And this is them in Egypt, and then Joseph is teaching Jesus carpentry at the moment. And this is Elizabeth, how she fled to save John, and she's raising him in the wilderness. And then after King Herod dies, they are traveling back to Nazareth because it's safe, and shows Joseph teaching Jesus more skills. Jesus is learning how to read and pray and everything. And their trip they traveled to Jerusalem a lot, but that's one of their trips when he was 12, and then they find him, they lose him on the way home, thinking he's with relatives, and find him in the temple 3 days later teaching all the other teachers. And then number 25, the last one, they're asking him why he dealt with them that way. And he said he was about his father's business. So those are the pieces that are numbered that you can teach with. But I wanted to show you, if you want, you can use both of these at the same time. And then we can have our backdrop here where there's no room in the end. That's number 8, and that will be shown in the book. And you can put some in here and some in there if you want. You can do it however you want. I'm going to show you how you can set up a nativity here. Put this one right there. And I think we'll take some of the pieces from here, like the shepherds and the wise men worshiping. And there's that one. And of course, baby Jesus being born. Shepherds and wise men. Maybe we'll put him out further. You can have a well. You can all, I mean, this would be fun for kids to play with, and tell different parts of the stories that they read and tell them to each other. Here's an individual Jesus who's a little bit older, and you can have the wise men worshiping him after they've moved into a home, because they came probably a year later or so, even maybe 2, but we're not going to do that for these purposes. I'm going to go ahead and put the camels in the background just for fun. And cows, and oh, we're going to have some palm trees. And you can even put this one on the other side if you want. I'll just stick it over there. We've got more animals that we can put in. Donkey. We'll put the donkey back here. Individual Joseph and Mary. And then, oh, Joseph and Mary. And there's an angel. Can't forget the angels. And Mary holding Jesus and Joseph holding Jesus. And then also just plain Jesus. If you want to set them up like that, we can do. You know, we could set it up like this, where they're individual or just one piece. Anyways, this is something fun you can just put on a shelf for a display Christmas time, and I think it's a fun thing, a fun way to do it. Or you can tell your story with it and just use both of them at the same time, however you want. Let's go ahead and put them away. For storage, you kind of have to place them in. You can't just throw them all in. I don't think they'll fit that way. So I just put the biggest ones in first. Actually, let's put some of the smaller ones. Here, I'm not showing you what I'm doing, sorry. Throw some of the smaller ones on the first layer there. And the second layer. I think the kids are going to have a blast with this. They can play for hours, and I think they're going to love it. A great way to teach all different aspects of the story of Jesus being born and his youth. Don't drop them. All right, and then let's go ahead and put this piece in this pocket right here. Shut it, and there they are. Now I wanted to show you, not all the pieces are in. We've got these right here that I didn't put in because I wanted to show you what you can do here. You can set up your book on a shelf as a display, and that can be the stable in the background. And we can put Joseph in a stand here, and Mary in a stand. And then this is the manger. And I think I mentioned earlier you don't need to put it together with glue, and I made it kind of tight on purpose so that it would fit in the book for storage, because you have to take it apart each time. Alrighty, and then we've got Jesus. We're going to push him down all the way into this little slot. This is a little cockeyed. I didn't get it together quite right. There we go. Straighten it back up. Let's stick Jesus in there. And you can put him at an angle so it's a little bit easier to see. Oh, I forgot a piece. Anyways, you can use that as a little display on a shelf too. Or you can just have your book in a bookshelf, and it's got a cool spine. I like it. I hope you guys have a lot of fun with this.